Welcome to IDA's video channel. In this video, I'll explain you a little bit more about pipe network catalog and part list. In the previous video, I've shown you that we have a part list, and those part lists come from the pipe network catalog. So if I right click, let's say on a water part list, let me go to edit. Then under the pipes, there's a lot of pipes, as you can see. And if I want to import another pipes, I can go to add part family, and that opens a window where I can import a part family from. But that window reads the data in a catalog. If I select any of those, it reads the data from the catalog. Now, how to set the correct catalog? Let me just make this window a bit smaller so you can see all the buttons. So let me cancel now. And if I go to either ribbon home, create design, there's an option set pipe network catalog, or you can go to IDAS, pipe design and utilities. By the way, this might change a bit in the near future because we're running out of space, so we might create a new ribbon for IDAS pipe tools. And then there is a command, pipe catalog settings. Let me open it. And here you have a few options, and this is a little bit more convenient option to set the pipe network catalog. First of all, you can browse for a catalog if you wish to. Then second option is that you can set the Autodesk catalog. Why would you ever do that? If you get a drawing from someone else, let's say from some external company, you don't know whether they use Civil 3D or not. Then if you open that drawing in Civil 3D, and if there is no part list at all, it will create a new part list with all the parts and structures coming from the catalog. And since IDA's catalog is huge, it will take, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes. While if you switch temporarily to Autodesk catalog, which is very small, contains almost nothing, it will take a few seconds. So if I get a drawing from someone else, I temporarily switch to Autodesk US metric catalog. Then I open the drawing. Once it is saved in Civil 3D, it creates that standard part list with all the parts. And next time you can open it in Civil 3D without any issues. But if I want to do any design, I always use a IDAS catalog. And then finally, there's an option catalog last used in a drawing, where here you can see the current catalog and you can see the catalog last used in this drawing. But this is saved only in IDAS version 12.4 and new use. So if you open all the drawing, there won't be any last saved catalog. This was introduced in a version 12.4. And OK says keep current, which basically doesn't do any changes. So if I want to make sure that I'm using IDAS catalog, so I click on IDAS, and then here I set IDAS metric pipes, IDAS metric structure. And if you use an IDAS catalog and IDAS template, then everything works properly, which means that all the parts from your part list can read data from catalog. Otherwise, if you don't use a correct catalog and you try to create a pipe network, you might create like an empty network. There won't be any pipes, any structures. It might give you an error. So as soon as you see something like that, or let's say it creates only structures and not pipes, that's a typical issue. Then if you see something like that, double check your pipe network catalog and make sure it is set correctly. If I go back to this window, pipe catalog settings, there is a checkbox where you can show or don't show this dialog when a drawing opens. What it means that we suggest, and as a default, this option is on. Basically, when you open a drawing, it double checks whether the catalog, which is currently in use, matches this drawing. And if it doesn't, it pops up the window where you can modify. This is very useful for companies where they work with the various catalogs, and it is quite difficult to always keep track of the correct catalog. So this should simplify your workflow. So let me click OK again. And these are the basics about the pipe network catalog.